my channel. This is Thursday night, top 10 favourite films of mine, and it's The Usual Suspects. I absolutely love this film. Kevin Spacey is a marvellous actor, and Gabriel Byrne, both nice. Really like him. So I first thought I was going to just draw this Usual Suspects sign on, and I thought, well, no, I'm going to use it as a mixed media. So I cut it out and put it on. I did cheat a couple of times by printing things off and copying them down like this. I'm using a pencil, scraping pencil on the back and then going over the top just to get my outline and to get it in place on where I wanted it on the board. The board I used as a practice to use my air gun. Air gun? No. Air spray gun? Don't know what it's called, but it sprays paint. Good grief. Anyway, this is the iconic scene of the lineup, in which case they ended up having to keep a scene in because one of the actors kept farting and they were all cracking up. The bit where they hit each other, that's just real. It's a funny film. It's a make you think film. It's quite twisty at the end. I mean, the first time I watched it, I was like, no way. And I usually can spot the storyline from like 5 or 10 minutes in. TV, films, anything like that, I'm quite good at it. But this one, it got me. It really got me. And it's one of those films that I'll watch over and over again and still be amazed at how he got away with being who he was and how clever an actor Kevin Spacey is. I just love anything he's in. Brilliant. That I got all my lines up and I glued the seat pencil mark. I was going to just scrape it down, but I decided no, I'll cut it out and stick it on. And then I wanted to age it a little bit, just to look like if this is a poster up on a wall that's been there for ages. But I also wanted to put the elements of the film in, or some elements of the film, so it's like a nod to it. And I'm drawing flames at the bottom because this is where it begins with a great big fire on the ship, boat, what do we call it? It's massive fire. And these are on the notice board in the policeman's office, the detective's office, and it's where the FBI agent finally clocks on. And I've put the footprints on, and you can see that first off they start crooked and then they go straight. Well, that's the final couple of minutes of the film is where you click on that, oh my God. Oh my God. And if you haven't seen it, I'm not going to say anything about who's Kaiser Soze. And Kaiser Soze means the man who talks too much. I can't remember which language it is. I did know and I've forgotten. So is my brain. My brain is a melting mess of goo sometimes. But yeah, the flames that I've done in yellow and orange, and I wanted to make sure that they were like cartoony but still noticeable as what they were. You could tell what they were. I do use orange and yellow, and I wish I'd put a bit of red in, to be honest, just to give it a bit more oomph. But it looks okay. Well, at least I think it does. But yeah, I definitely wanted to make it more graphic looking than fine art. I prefer graphic, I think. And use these paint markers rather than painting because it's just easier to draw with. And it takes less time, to be honest. A lot less time. I mean, if I painted it, it would have been better because I would have been able to blend better. But like I said, I wanted this to be graphic art, so this worked out well. And I have fast forwarded it quite a lot, so don't think I can colour that fast because I can't. And there's a lot of times I forgot that I was off screen, so I do apologise about that. Um, I did make a little mistake there, but I sorted that. This I decided not to go with in the end because it was just too busy. My intention was to put this over the top so you could flip it like a notebook, but it was just too much. I do use elements of it, and this is just a laminating sheet. Um, and these are the things that's on the pin board behind the detective. There's the quartet is. Now, if I say anything that you're going to know, if you've watched it, you're going to know where it is anyway. So here I'm trying to make a pair of shoes out of polymer clay. This clay, cheap, nasty clay. It's so hard, and my hands can't cope with it. Like I've shown you that bit, I've cut elements off it. So now I'm trying to make shoe number 2. And they look awful, but they serve the purpose. I think I'm going to make a pair out of air dry clay. I can work air dry clay a hell of a lot better than I can this stuff. This is awful, and it's no good for my hands. It hurt a lot afterwards. But the shoes are to represent the footprints, and you'll see why when I put them on the actual piece, because they do represent the beginning of the footprints. And these shoes are terrible. They're absolutely awful. I don't like them. I can't figure out how to use it properly and get it to work. It's all too squishy. Maybe if I'd have wrapped the polymer clay around some foil and then made the shoe, that might have worked out better, because I could not in a lump work it properly. It was either too hard and then it'd start to get too soft because, well, it's blaming hot here today. Too hot. I'm melting. And I think this is melting too. But they serve the purpose for now. Eventually I'll probably swap them. Like I said, I'll try and use air dry clay. Or do what I thought and get some decent polymer clay and do it over some foil. Because these are just terrible. But again, you live, you learn. But anyway, going back to the film, it's a real bunch of characters. Pete Postlethwaite, sorry, my teeth aren't in. A fantastic actor, English actor. Sadly not here anymore. But his part in the film is spot on, absolutely spot on. You can't fault him. I mean, his accent's a little bit weird, but that's the whole point of how do I say this without saying it? There's a reason why he's got his accent. Let's just say that. Oh, and I've just realised Kaiser Soze is he who talks too much in Turkish. I think that's what it is, Turkish. But yeah, it's an absolute banger of a film. Love it. I could watch it over and over again. Actually, I've watched it over and over again. At least, God say, 100 times. And I got to watch it again, just so I could get some references from it. So that's happy. Happy news. I'm liking this theme. I get to watch all my favourite films again. And I don't know if I said it in the last one, but not all my top 10 are in the top 10, because I've got several lists on the go, and I'm going to do Burton movies and all sorts of other movies. And of course, I did do Nightmare Before Christmas, but that's not one of my favourite films in the Burton series. So, yeah, I look forward to doing all those. Yeah, the shoes made it stand up, which was good. I mean, it fell over once, but By the time it was baked and put on, it was done great. It stood up. It did its purpose. But like I said, I didn't use everything. And the coffee cup on the bottom says Kobayashi, very tiny writing. And this is the moment where the FBI agent finally clicks on and realizes who Kaiser Soze is. I really hope you enjoyed watching this. I've loved every minute of it. I can't wait to do the next one. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!